What is going on, guys? This is Miyasin, and I am back with the updated Cyber Dragon combo video that I was supposed to make a while back. A lot of people just keep asking me for cheat sheets and stuff like that, where I can make maybe one video that sums every single combo. But what I'm probably going to be doing is, well, since they keep updating themselves, just going to post some regular, I don't really know, like, periodically, but yeah, whatever. I'm going to try to make at least once a month an update on Cyber Dragon traps as well, just so people can kind of have a taste of what I play on my spare time, because yes, I do enjoy playing Cyber Dragon traps the most out of literally every deck out there. It's my signature deck, and for a good reason. I have topped a YCS with the deck, a top 8 at YCS Niagara, and I want to say that during that format, Cyber Dragons were literally ideal. They had such a good matchup against Sky Striker, obviously because of the contact fusing mechanic. Against Salamangreat, it was pretty good. It was probably a 55-45 in my favor. And then against Orchist, it was definitely like at least 80-20. It was ridiculously good because I could contact fuse for Mega Fleet, but also for Fortress. You could say the same thing with Sky Striker in case they had their Shizukus or whatever in the main monster zone, but that deck was always the buy for Cyber Dragons anyways. So if you like Cyber Dragons, make sure you smash the like and subscribe button, because like I said, I'm going to be uploading more combo videos, deck profiles, testing videos, you name it, in the next couple of days, weeks, months, whatever. So yeah, let's get right into combo number 1. So assuming that you have a hand that kind of looks like this, Emergency with Overload and Overflow, against whatever, let's just say your opponent has one monster that's kind of irrelevant sitting there like a Shizuku, and this is going to apply quite often, because the thing with Sky Striker is that it doesn't necessarily make a lot of interruptions going first, it just sets up for the future, so this is really not as unrealistic as you might believe. This hand looks really easy to play out on paper, but it actually isn't. A lot of people would be playing this hand out completely incorrectly, and a lot of people might be thinking, oh well, if you only have these 3 cards and nothing else, I don't see how you play. What are you gonna do? Emergency search core and then core search what? Well, my friend, this is where you're going to be shocked, because the proper play with this emergency is not to search core, it's to search Cyber Dragon Hurts. And what is the next correct move that we're gonna do? Are we gonna contact fuse? Everybody would contact fuse here, right? It just makes so much sense, but no, we're not gonna contact fuse. We're going to crash the Hurts in order to summon the search that Cyber Dragon, and in main phase 2 we can special summon this Cyber Dragon and then contact fuse. This changes everything, because now we actually have managed to get 2 Cyber Dragons in the graveyard just for the price of 1 emergency. And early game against Sky Striker, you want to get that mobility as early as possible. You really want to get your stuff going, because if you're playing too passively against Sky Striker and they start stabilizing with engage and multiple spells in grave, you're kind of going to be screwed. So Sky Striker, what they usually do is they play super passive very early on, but if you also play passive and if you can't OTK, you are going to die. I'm literally telling you this right now. Alright, what is the next play that we're going to be doing? Overload Fusion? No, we're going to set the Overflow and then activate the Overload Fusion. This matters a lot, trust me. So we're going to be able to summon that Rampage and pop our own Overload. This, again, matters a lot. And now you might be thinking, well, okay, well, you don't have to draw Overload Fusion for this combo. You can just search Cyberload Fusion and it does the same thing, right? Not quite. Drawing the Overflow here is quite relevant. It does yield you 1 extra interruption, even though we're destroying the card. I'm telling you right now, we are going to get the card back. It is possible, trust me. Griffin isn't the only card that recycles back trap cards from the graveyard. Alright, now we're going to be using the effect of Rampage Dragon in order to send Core and Nexter. And now Cyberload Fusion is going to be summoning another Rampage, which is going to be sending... okay, 2 light machines of your choice, but in this situation, I'm just going for the memes that I'm sending A and B. Yeah, obviously don't have to do that, but, you know, it's just so cool, right? Alright, Nova going to be summoning back that Nexter, which summons back Rampage, which is a soft once per turn, so you can use the effect again to send 2 additional light machines, and... yeah, we're just going to make the Infinity as early as possible so we don't get cucked by, what's-his-face, Nibiru, even though our opponent would have Nibiru'd us a while back, but it's fine. Alright, now we actually get to Link 3 for the Auradon, which summons you 3 tokens, And Auradon isn't just a card for Infernoble Knight and those combo dags that just summon Cold Wing and O-Lion back in the days. No. Auradon also has an effect where you contribute 3 monsters to recycle back a trap card from the graveyard. And this is the reason why drawing the Overflow mattered, because the Overflow that we popped in order to search that Cyberload is going to get recycled back. And yeah, okay, the ABC Dragon Buster is especially just a kind of a meme here, but most importantly, our 3 cards, which kind of looked a bit clunky in practice, was able to actually pull off all of this. ABC Dragon Buster Infinity and Overflow. And obviously the setup is a little bit kind of, I don't want to say expensive, but you do have to rely on your opponent kind of at least having 1 monster that could be contact fused, just so you could at least kind of contact fuse for the Mega Fleet in order to have that additional body on the field. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to make the Auradon. You still would have been able to make the majority of the board just by crashing and then fusing for the overload by using the Cyber Dragon on the field instead of from the graveyard. It wouldn't have changed anything outside of we wouldn't have had the Overflow. And as I said, the ABC Dragon Buster here is especially just a little big meme. But if you are playing the Cyber ABC version, and if you are only trying to play a bare minimum package of ABC letters, this might be the proper route for you. But anyways, that's it for combo number 1. Let's get into combo number 2. Combo number 2 is an extremely known one, so whatever. I'm just going to assume that you might not necessarily know how to play Cyber Dragons all that well, and you might be new to all of this. But basically, for literally ever, Core and Emergency, or Emergency plus Soldier, or, I don't know, Emergency plus Hertz, Galaxy Soldier plus Repair Plan doesn't do it, obviously, but there are a lot of combinations that allow you to pull off a combo that ends on Infinity plus either Dragoon, or back in the days, we would go for the Orchest combo if we were playing that package. I actually do believe that pure Cyber Dragon was a bit superior to Cyber Orchest because of consistency things, and you weren't breaking on like so many different cards that achieved different things. But yeah, alright, you're summoning your 2 Galaxy Soldiers here, nothing too complicated to follow, so regardless of what kind of build you're playing, if you're playing the Galaxy Soldier, you can pull this off, and if you're not, well, yeah, you can't pull this off, obviously. But yeah, anyways, you're going to be making Cyber Dragon Nova, revive back literally anything, it doesn't matter, make Infinity, and then make Anaconda, summon that Dragoon. When we are going to get Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, I do believe that that package might actually be better, because we would be getting 1 pop every single turn, during our turn and during the opponent's turn, and also we would be getting a follow-up in the form of Dasher, which could potentially special summon a monster, or draw 2 cards with Celestial, or actually kind of do both in a way. Yeah, but this is pretty good, and if you want to play around Super Poly or just BS things, you can absorb your own Anaconda, so you're going to end up with 1 light and 1 dark, which could come up, but I mean, at this point we are talking about like the very, very small details, but as I keep saying, the small details are the biggest impact stuff. But yeah, anyways, let's get into the 3rd and final combo. Okay, so remember when I told you that Sky Striker had a tendency to play relatively passive? The thing with Cyber Dragon is that you have 2 cards. You have the ability to do a lot with 2-3 cards, and if your opponent isn't making interruptions, or if you have other cards that allow you to play through interruptions, like Call by the Grave, Tactic Talents, Twin, Lightning Storm, Duster, whatever, a lot of people sometimes they draw good hands and they do a weaker play because they have good hands, so they can kind of afford to play poorly. But what happens if you do draw other relevant cards, and you draw a combination of Hertz and Nexter, for example, and your opponent is sitting on Shizuku Pass with an engage? So you are in front of a pretty delicate situation, because if, again, you play passive, you die, because the follow-up of engage is going to kill you. And I know I'm putting a lot of emphasis on the fact that Sky Striker might be a possible, like, I don't know, victim of your Cyber Dragon shenanigans, but obviously you have to extrapolate. You can't really limit your train of thought to only what I'm showcasing you. Salamangreat could literally be the exact same thing. So if you're cutting your opponent off from his interruptions with, you know, Gazelle being negated, for example, the Sunlight Wolf not being able to recycle back the traps, and if you are just unaffected by the opponent's hand traps, or if you, like, again, have the back removal to clear the traps, well, you're not going to be just passing on a weak play, right? And you don't want to go like Seeger pass with like these two cards. So what happens when your opponent has a monster in the extra monster zone or whatever, and you do have Hurts and Nexture? Well, you can kill your opponent for up to what, 18,000 damage with two cards, featuring a grand total of 0 bricks. That's pretty good, right? I mean, it's just more options, so you can't really complain at the fact that I'm giving you more options. If you are kind of just not down for that, well, fine. If you are down for that, well, good for you. But yeah, your opponent is passing with Shizuku, you have this. What are you going to do? Obviously, you're going to be not making a Contact Fuse summoning yet. You're going to be making El Mirage or Link Herb or Anima. And then you're going to obviously search the Cyber Dragon with the Hurts, the one of Cyber Dragon, because we're not trying to play Machine Duplication in this version. And then Special Summon Nexture, Revive back Cyber Dragon. And this is such a cool play. I love it so much. I'm obviously the creator of this. It's so beautiful. I mean, come on. I think the last time I came up with this, oh yeah, it was in 2019. It wasn't too, yeah, it wasn't too late ago. Yeah, okay, whatever. It's still relatively early. You're going to be making Mega Fleet by using your opponent's monster and your own Cyber Dragon, and then the other Cyber Dragon monster is going to be making Mega Fleet using your own Anima. And now you have two Mega Fleets on the field, so you can make Gustav Max detach one, because yes, you are locked on your machine, but it's all good in the hood because the Train OTK is just machine cards. So burn for 2k and then attack for 6k, and then tell your opponent Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, happy everything, just welcome to Happy Land City. Well, for you, not for your opponent because he's dead. And yeah, just absolutely beautiful. If you love Cyber Dragons, again, make sure you smash the like and subscribe button. I will be making more videos in the upcoming whatever time period. And thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, blah blah blah, and I will see you next time. Peace.